If you met me between the years of 2021 to first quarter 2024, I'm sorry. Normally, my skincare routine is very quick, very brief, but I'm going to take it slow with myself today because I am grieving. Grief simply came from the battle I had with my old self. 2021 was like a super heightened year for me, and there was so many emotions going on that when grief did come my way, I ignored it. I didn't even sit with postpartum. I kept moving. I didn't even know I was functioning in depression and was still working and smiling and thriving in business. A lot of decisions and choices I made during that time were not the best choices. When you're vulnerable, you become a target because people around you start to realize that you might be in fight or flight. People can sense that. Then there were also people that took that time and opportunity to prey on my pain during that time. When I look back at it, it's very disgusting, to say the least. But anyway, when it came to finances, friendships, relationships, partnerships, collaborations, I made terrible choices during that time. When you need to heal yourself and you're going through a lot of pain, it doesn't matter how much money you spend, how many vacations you take, how many people you meet, how many times you go out. That still does not cover up what you're emotionally ignoring inside. And it's going to not only damage you, but it's going to damage a lot of people around you because you aren't showing up as your best self. I kept working. I kept making bands on bands on bands. I kept buying new vehicles, new houses, new lofts, going on all the vacations, first class trips, taking people with me. Girl. At that time, I felt like I was trying to buy my way out of my emotions. And it didn't hurt at that time, but it did hurt later on. We're gonna revitalize and refresh with our fresh tea toner. Detox mask right now. Speaking of toxins, I was around so many toxic people. Let's be real. I was not showing up as my best self. I had even lost my self-worth. Thank God for saving me through that all. Pulled me up out of it. And I was trying to cover and fill the voids with materialistic things and with people that I thought were good people just because they helped me pass time by. Some of those people would end up coming for my business, trying to steal it right from underneath me. I was so hurt from what I had experienced that I was so blind to see the fact that people were literally coming into my company stealing from me. People were planting people inside of my business to set me up. It was a very scary moment when you look back at it, but when you are avoiding reality and you're avoiding your mental health, you expose yourself to so many things that were very much avoidable if you were in the proper mindset. And if I was in a space to say, T, you don't need to be so much focused on the sales, the money, making it happen. You need to straight up be focused on regaining your mental health and stability back after this major loss that you experienced. Going through postpartum for about 2 full years, then there was this stage of fear. I had become fearful. My intuition was being mismanaged. I didn't know if it was intuition. I didn't know if it was fear. I was too confused. That led me to being fearful, to not making the best choices. Fast forward to today. I came in the room, I opened up the windows, and there was a red robin sitting at the window. If you know anything about symbolism when it comes to red robins, is there is a loss, but there is also a gain. That gave me the pure confirmation I needed today. I was hurt at the fact that I had become so vulnerable to allow myself to experience so much hurt. If I didn't have God by my side to help pull me back, to help show me what I had not only lost, but what I had gained, I don't know where I would be right now. I wouldn't have brought EQ skincare back to life. And I remember when it finally hit me that I was in pain and that I was harming myself. I cried out to God. I'm just blessed to be here in this moment right now with you, encouraging you to not feel the void with things and people. Your mental health is the most important thing you have. People can steal everything from you, but they can never steal your mind. I'm grateful for the people that tried to help me along the way, and I was too blind to see their help I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not understanding at that moment that you were there to pull me out of that battle. I'm sorry that I over asked from you because you were there for one thing in my life and I needed so many other things, so I put it all on you. I'm sorry to the people that saw my pain and played on my pain. I'm sorry that you met me at that time and that you thought it was okay to play with me and that you thought I would allow you to continue to play with me. I'm sorry that you have the wrong impression on who I truly am. I'm sorry to the people I should have never had a conversation with past the word hello. I'm sorry that I did not say goodbye fast enough. And I'm also sorry to those that invested so much into me, but at that time I didn't believe in myself and I couldn't see myself, so I couldn't give you the best version of T that you needed. I'm sorry to my clientele during that time that might have saw me at my worst. I'm sorry that you had to see that version of me when I know that you came into my space to become a better person and to get healing. I'm sorry that I robbed you from those experiences when I was mis-experiencing myself. Because I thought if I continue to show up right, that would continue to make me a target for people to hurt and harm me. When I look back at interactions and conversations that I had with people, I showed up in a weird, confused way. Moisturizer. Take it easy with me as I give myself grace to enter back into spaces. Be mindful, be gracious with me along this journey. At this season, my time is way more valuable because I have a family to uphold. To have this wisdom, it took a lot of pain and it took a lot of years to get here. So to have me now is costly. The lessons were blessings. I am a blessing, and in order to have my blessing amongst you, I'm very, very selective this season. We're thriving. I'm only entering spaces where I'm loved, accepted, needed, and required to be in those rooms. Spaces that were made for me and others like me to be surrounded with me. I hope you receive that message and you do the same for yourself. Go through the mental healing, go through the grief, go through the renewal process, spring into the new you, and you will know exactly where you're supposed to be. I promise you. If you're everywhere, we may want to hone that in a little bit. I love you. Go where you're loved and appreciated. Bye.